Madam Speaker, I want to thank the Honourable Member for asking this question. Madam Speaker, the Minister of Education, Heritage and Arts in 2015 assisted a total of 278 schools with respect to repair and maintenance, as well as construction of additional classrooms or ablution block or library facilities. Madam Speaker, let me provide to this House the breakdown. Madam Speaker, of the 278, 32 schools in Suva receive assistance to the tune of 0.89 million. 48 schools in Nasori were assisted to the tune of 1.45 million. Madam Speaker, in the Eastern Division, Kandavu, Lau, Lumavit, and Ratuma, 56 schools were assisted with a value of $1.54 million. Madam Speaker, in the Ba Tawua district, 20 schools were assisted with a value of $305,000. Madam Speaker, the Ra division, 9 schools were assisted with a total value of $148,000. In the Nanronga Novosa district, 16 schools were assisted with a total value of $345,000. In the Lotoka Nindi Yasawa district, 25 schools were assisted with a total value of $0.71 million. In the Madhuwata Bua region, 43 schools were assisted with a total value of $843,000. In the Takondrove region, 29 schools were assisted with a total value of $598,000. Madam Speaker, the total value of money spent on construction, repair and maintenance was equivalent in 2015 was equivalent to $6.85 million. Madam Speaker, never before in a particular year this amount of money was spent on capital improvements of schools throughout Fiji. Madam Speaker, from the 278 schools assisted through new construction and renovation, there were 35 ECE centers, 165 primary schools, and 78 secondary schools. Previously, at most 70 to 80 schools on an year were assisted. This year, we assisted 278 schools. Madam Speaker, for the 35 ECE centers, 9 new centers were constructed and 26 centers were renovated or repaired. For the 165 primary schools that were assisted, 59 primary schools were assisted with new buildings, and 9 were assisted with new boarding facilities, while 73 primary schools had their building renovated, and 24 schools had their boarding facility renovated and repaired. Madam Speaker, of the 78 secondary schools that were assisted, 38 were assisted with new buildings, 4 were assisted with new boarding facilities, while 24 schools were assisted with renovation of the buildings, and 12 schools were assisted with the renovation of the boarding facility. Madam Speaker, in addition to the work that we have done in Ministry of Education, large number of schools were assisted through Prime Minister's office for additional classroom, ablution block, boarding facility, etc. Madam Speaker, in addition to the Prime Minister's office for capital infrastructure, Ministry of Youth and Sports have also assisted schools with respect to construction of grounds and playing fields and sporting facility, as well as Ministry of Infrastructure, which has assisted schools with respect to construction of water borehole facility as well. Madam Speaker, we are on a catch-up game. Madam Speaker, the kind of work that's needed to bring the schools in the interior and maritime zone equivalent to the infrastructure we have amongst the schools in urban area, this requires massive amount of investment. These schools have been neglected for the last 4 decades, 40 years, Madam Speaker, because previous governments left these schools to the domain of the private or faith-based groups, saying that they built it, they should look after it, they should maintain it. Madam Speaker, these schools have been neglected. Roof is leaking. If you see the corrugated iron is rusting out, floors are rotting away, ablution blocks are missing or have been closed or demolished, library room is missing. These things, Madam Speaker, we are now playing a catch-up game. A massive amount of work needs to be done. We have started the work last year. Collectively, Minister of Education, the Prime Minister's Office, the Minister of Infrastructure are working towards ensuring that the infrastructure is second to none, so that parents feel comfortable in sending their child to these schools in the interior, in the maritime division. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. Supplementary question, the Honourable Noikulo.
The 278 schools, the Auditor General had cited 62 instances of failure to follow the building grant regulation. Could you explain why? Why are you not following the regulation?
Mr. Speaker, I suggest you file a separate question on this.
I can repeat it.
No. You file a separate question and I'm going to prepare for it. I haven't seen that.
Thank you. As being related by the Honourable Minister, you may, I'm having the floor, you may submit that as a different question from this. I give the floor to the Honourable Levener.
Mr. Speaker, I thank the Honourable Minister for the elaborate explanation regarding the grants allocated to schools. I would just like to ask the Honourable Minister what criteria is used in terms of determining which schools are to be assisted, in terms of the respect to the 2015 grant that were given to schools. Thank you.
Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, the request for improvement of schools, for example, construction of ablution blocks, repair and maintenance of schools, are submitted by the school management or school head teacher through to the ministry. And we examine it and look at on a needs basis, we provide assistance. We also encourage them to, via the free education grant savings, towards repair and maintenance. So we have opened that up as well, so that, because we've got limited amount of funds. So, back to the question, criteria is that if the school roof is leaking, that means the school needs money. If the ablution block is missing, that means the school needs assistance to construct an ablution block to enhance the learning environment. And therefore, we look for money and provide whatever assistance we can. Thank you.
Thank you. And I give the floor to the Honourable Kinivilami Kiliraki.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'll refer to the Committee of Supplies debate in regards to construction of new buildings as per to the question. I'd ask the Honourable Minister in regards to the construction of the row house at Queen Victoria School. As from the weekend, there's not been any construction, even though he has affirmed that the construction is started already. May I ask the question, why?
Thank you. Honourable Minister.
Madam Speaker, I suggest that Honourable Member drive down to QES today and he'll see that construction work is being undertaken. Thank you.